Thanks for listening to the AZ Wildcats podcast. I am your host, Mike Luke, joined by Jason Scheer. Hello, Jason Scheer. How are you doing, my friend?
Splendid, Michael. How are you?
All right. Not too bad. We got a lot to get to this show. We're going to talk about the portal exodus that continues. We're going to talk about coaches that are caught off guard by things that I somehow knew before them. We are going to talk about local high school recruiting in Tucson. What is responsible? What isn't? We are going to talk about, because there are some things that will be very interesting. We are going to talk about loving every minute of it. We're going to talk about Arizona UCLA. That is a must-win game. But let's get started here first on Gunnar Maldonado is in the portal. Here's how Scheer's and my conversations go, and Scheer is not like I said. Kevin, that's funny. Scheer was not disputing this, but the coaching staff 1,000% believed that Gunnar was coming back. I told Scheer 2 days ago that Gunnar will be entering the portal. I got this from a very good source on the staff. My question is this, Scheer. Again, Gunnar Maldonado has entered the portal. Team captain, he made 30 starts over 4 years. He'll be a 6-year senior after a season-ending injury. My question is this, Scheer. Why was this staff caught off guard when there was somebody on the staff that told me this was going to happen? I do not get this. I am at a loss.
Yeah, I don't know. It's look, I mean, it's the reality is the portal just opened. So like if you're caught off guard, there's time to recover and all that. It's not like the season's next week, but I mean, I think there was a belief that with the injury, with Gunnar being a team captain, with him being in state, that it would be really difficult for him to leave because they've treated him well. And in this day and age, that doesn't mean anything. So okay. You can't go off feel and guessing, right? Like you gotta listen and look what's around you. And it's like when people are saying, hey, Gunnar could go in the portal, and you're like, that would surprise me. No, man, like Gunnar could go in the portal.
Yes. Now this makes them look stupid. I'm sorry. It just makes them look dumb. Do we have that Brent Brennan quote for Mr. Kevin L. Thomas? If you could bring that up. And basically we just need the last sentence of it. But basically what it was that let's see here.
We have the clip, Mike, if you want the clip.
Oh yeah, the clip. Clip's even better. Heck yeah.
Oh.
That's a fair question. I think it's a little bit of a leap of faith, but they have been around us. They have been around our coaches. They know our level of ability to teach and coach. I think I do feel like we have a great relationship with these players. I do think that is strong. I think the culture is healthy. And I think if you want to be a part of building something, great. If you want to go try and jump on a bandwagon somewhere else, if that's who you are, go. Right? But, I'm confident that, with everything that's going on within the program, the coaches, the players, where we're at with our administration, the rev share, like all those things, because those are all part of the conversation right now, right? I'm confident with where we're at. I think we'll be in a good spot with retention.
All right, he mentions player retention. That to me is the crux of all of this. Listen, AZ Wildcat fan says, "What do you expect him to say?" I don't if you think you have a good feel on this, and you're probably going to lose a lot of players, just don't say anything. This is a hemorrhage that they did not see happening. I do not know how they could be around all of this and have no clue that this was happening, especially if somebody like me knows. Why is this, Scheer?
It's real simple in terms of what you say. You say, look, we feel pretty good, but in this day and age, you just never know. We're going to sit down and with each kid and see what happens and go from there. Right?
Yeah. I don't know what
great about retention. And, because look, I'm sure there's kids right now that don't intend to enter the portal. I'm also sure that by the end of the day, those kids are going to get calls from other schools and agents, and they could change their mind. Right. And I'm not even talking about Arizona. Throughout the country, Utah had a linebacker, or I don't remember, a corner, Calhoun, who said, I'm not entering the portal. And 24 hours later, he was in the portal because we can figure out what's happening, right?
Right.
Like, it's just in this day and age, you should not talk about anything in terms of roster retention because it's all fake.
Yes, it's all fake, and there will be more players that enter. I can tell you that. I'm not going to give you their names. You can probably figure out who they are. But now let's talk a little bit about.
You want over under 5 more?
Over. But I mean, are we talking good players though?
No, just 5 more. I said
5 more for sure. Over for sure. Over for sure.
Yeah.
Over for sure on, I will put the number at 2, though, good players. That is the over-under on good players leaving. I will put it at, actually, you know what? I'm going to, screw that. Let's go out on a limb here. We're going to go 2.5. I
want people to realize that even though, like, it's all exciting and the portal's wild and people are like, oh, it's crazy, it's only been open for 3 days, man. There's still 2.5 weeks left.
I was going to say, man, we're just getting started here, baby. And that's how we roll. That's how we roll around here.
I'm just picking a name, right? Genesis Smith right now could be staying at Arizona. Genesis Smith next week could be entering the portal, right? Like that's the one. I'll just say right now, you don't have to say it. I'm on watch for Genesis, Tacario, and I think if those 2 go, you're on watch for Stukes. You're on watch for Dalton. Depending on the OC, you're on watch for Noah, right? Is that fair? Yep. Those are probably the good players I'm on watch for.
Genesis is the one to really keep the very, very close eye on. We will see how that all does play out. Now, let me ask you this: what it is basically a big part of, and we're going to get into names here in just a second, but Justin Flo is still here, and don't worry, we're going to get into Andy Morales and this whole tiff. But let me ask you this. Why is, if we're at the stage in the game now with this coaching staff where a lot of these guys came back on a leap of faith and now they're all leaving? What kind of an indictment is that on the coaching staff that you decided, you know what, we're going to come back, give you a chance, and we're like, no.
This feels like what was going to happen last year, and it feels like all we did was delay it a year, right? Like, we're going to give you a chance, but right, like how good do you think Arizona would have had to do for these guys to come back?
I think a lot of these guys. I don't think Gunnar Maldonado wanted to leave.
No. You think, like, what I'm saying is, like, you think 6-6 they still enter the portal?
I don't know.
You know
Here's what
it's like, to me, it's like, and it's awful. Don't get me wrong. The amount of guys. I mean, I think Arizona leads the country right now. My point is just that this feels like this was just like all that we did with McHale and yay, everyone's back. It was just delaying it a year.
Yeah, but I think the problem though is kids aren't dumb. They know incompetence when they see it. They know they didn't come back. They didn't come back for this. Why would in the world would they have come back for a team that, you know, again, maybe it's not Georgia, but it was still it was still a lot of talent on that roster. What has the coaching staff given you to indicate anything that you should come back for another year? You and I even said that if we had a kid on this team, we'd be like, you might want to get the heck out of here.
I will say this: if I had a kid that wasn't going to play in the NFL, like I don't think Gunner's going to play in the NFL. Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
Go get paid.
Yeah.
Go play with your last year of football and go make a ton of money and whatever.
Right. Exactly.
That would be my advice to my kid. If they're not going to, my kid would go to the NFL, obviously.
Well,
but if they weren't, I would say go get paid.
Yeah, go get paid. And on top of that, if you want to be around something, and that's where also Brennan's quote was so stupid when he talks about if you want to be a bandwagon, go somewhere where they're going to. That was. We're going to get into that in just a second. But that was one of the dumbest quotes I've ever seen. Yeah. Basically, you're telling your good players, well, if you want to win and get paid, then get lost.
That was a bad quote. And if I'm a player, I would have been pissed off at that quote because I would have been thinking, no, that my friends aren't bandwagoners. If they leave, maybe they want to get paid.
We came back for a reason.
Yeah, maybe Wendell Moy, who has family issues, wants to go get paid. Like that was a bad quote.
Yes, exactly. Kevin L. Thomas, were you? Did you want to say something, Kevin L. Thomas?
Yeah, I know. Chat might not be happy because we're always talking about Dilly, but just look at what Dilly's doing on Twitter when his players are leaving. He's constantly saying, "Oh, whoever's about to sign this kid up is going to get a good kid, fastest kid on the team, whatever it is." Yeah, that quote is ridiculous.
Even Mike's boy does that. Dion does that. A guy enters the portal and Dion goes, "This kid is great. Wasn't necessarily good enough to play for us, but man, I love this kid. Go recruit him. Go pick him up." Because the players recognize that. They see that.
And there is nothing about this, and there is nothing about Brent Brennan. There is nothing about that. Has he even acknowledged that Jonas Savaiinaea entered the draft?
No.
I mean, what are we doing here, man? That to me is a massive concern. Hello, Kevin L. Thomas. He's back.
Don't forget, this is his dream job, Mike. This is the dream.
That's it. There's just so much about it. And again, this is why I get frustrated. This is why I get frustrated with this staff, because it just feels like everything. How are you not looking around the landscape of college football and seeing what other people are doing? That to me is what are they? These aren't dumb people, I would hope. And how are you looking around the landscape of college football and saying, oh, maybe we should do this, or maybe that looks like a good idea? There's none of that. It's absolutely, there's none of that. I don't, like Kobe L. Thiel says, the great Kobe L. Thiel, who was very mean yesterday, but is being back to being good today. The great Kobe L. Thiel says the staff is very JV-like. It just feels very JV-ish, Scheer.
Yeah, it's just, I still hold to this, that I think that there's a very large difference between San Jose State and Arizona. And it's very similar to players, right? Where I always say I'm always skeptical of a lower level player going to it is a different world. Arizona is a different world in every way, shape, and form than San Jose State. And if you can't adapt to that mentality, you're done. You're done before you even begin.
Well, that's my question then. How are we a year in now and you still are doing the same exact things?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at Kurt Signetti, right? He went to Indiana with the same, we're going to win, dude. This is how we're going to do it. And then, he knows. He just knows what it takes. It was, and that's why he's one of the best coaches in the country this year. And he went from James Madison, right? You have to be able to adjust. And I think Arizona, unfortunately for its fans in a way, is learning the hard way. I think Brent Brennan is learning lessons on the fly. Unfortunately, you wish you would have learned the lessons before, right? I think now he's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't trust what these
But
kids.
no, he's not saying that. He's not saying that. This is literally all stuff that happened in the last week.
No, I'm saying maybe they thought, I don't know. You're right. But all I'm saying is maybe Gunner left. Maybe they're like, oh crap, maybe I shouldn't believe it when a kid says he's coming back. You know what I mean?
Yes, but also I guess I'm more concerned though again, and I'm not going to tell anybody who this is. But why is somebody on the staff telling me that Gunnar Maldonado is entering the portal and the head coach doesn't know?
You're right. That's indefensible. That means that the communication amongst the coaching staff is not where it should be. That is a bad.
And again, I'm not trying to be a jerk or saying, oh, I told you so. But Scheer, I literally told you 48 hours ago that somebody on the staff told me, and you're like, they don't believe that he's going to be entering. And that to me is the part that is just baffling, that we are this far along in this and they don't know. That, again, I guess I'm a broken record. Kevin L. Thomas, you were going to say something.
Yeah, I was just going to speak kind of to Scheer's point about how, he is learning lessons on the fly, but then I find it interesting in his press conferences where I think it was the same press conference we just played that clip from, where he was talking about how he's confident in the ability to turn this team around because he's built other programs elsewhere. He has this experience of building programs. And it's it doesn't seem like it. It seems like you're learning lessons, like Scheer said, as you go about it, which is just weird to me.
All right. Now, there is something that might be able to save the football performance on the field. We need to get to that right now.
I know what it is.
Maybe you don't. We need to repave Arizona Stadium with Empire flooring.
Oh, of course I.
You thought I was going Sanderson Ford. You thought I was going Sanderson.
Look, there's just so many things that could help Arizona right now.
This is very. But again, can you imagine if they just decided, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We broke so many opponents after they played us. But you know what? Let's break them on the field. Empire flooring. That's what we're going to do. We are going to tackle everything. Now, Empire flooring, though, Jason L. Scheer, you should get Empire flooring. You always say you're going to do stuff, and you never do it. Why have you not gotten Empire flooring?
I don't know. I'm a little busy.
Yes.
Going on. A lot going on.
All right. Well, you do. But again, you know what? Sometimes Empire can bring a smile to your day. Schedule a free and a home estimate today. All listeners can receive a $350 off discount when they use promo code PHNX. Restrictions apply. See EmpireToday.com/PHNX for details. Kevin L. Thomas, do they have Empire flooring in St. Louis, Missouri in the Archway City?
They do. I used to get the Empire Today ads all the time when I was growing up.
Ooh, June L. Thomas, the lovely June L. Thomas. Is she still in St. Louis?
She is indeed.
I'm just saying, just throwing that one out there. Also, Saturday Neon, Now, you might say to yourself, Mike Luke, the only thing that ever made you look good was that big A in the background. You would be correct about that. You would be correct. And again, check it out at Saturday Neon. It's like me and Scheer. It was started by just two weirdos, or not, they're not weirdos, we're weirdos. It was started by two people that know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. We do not know. Okay, use code PHNX for 10% off your order at Saturday Neon. These guys are great. Check out their new essential collections featuring almost 50 of the biggest schools across the country and counting for only $75. They have U of A themes. Check it out. LEDs last up to 100,000 hours. Yummy, yummy in my electrical tummy. Check it out. Okay, now.
Yummy, yummy in my electrical tummy.
I thought that was pretty good, actually.
Mike, could you say that the Saturday Neon sign will last longer than Brent Brennan's coaching here?
Oh,
well, I hope so.
Wow.
I mean, I hope so. Yes. I mean, what say you, Scheer?
Kevin L. Thomas.
How many hours? How many hours we got? 1,000.
Oh, hopefully not 100,000. That would not be good. Also,
that means he's winning.
Also, real quick, some guy beat us up. Yeah, well, that's a good point. Or maybe it's like yeah, that's a good point. Okay. Let me ask you this though. We got a couple things, and then we're going to get to players here, and I'm going to leave. I'm going to let Scheer talk to himself for the next 20 minutes. Why we got beat up in the comments? When did we talk about politics yesterday?
Oh, we joked. I don't remember what it was, but we joked about politics. But I don't remember what it was.
When did we talk politics?
We joked that we need to talk politics.
Was it Twitter versus Blue Sea? As Mike?
Yeah.
Because I said I'm not on Blue Sea. That's not politics.
I said we needed to have a giant political debate, completely as a joke.
Yeah, it's not a joke. We have never talked politics on this show, other than to mock the fact that we don't talk politics on this show.
I'm glad you brought up the presidential election, though, Mike. You see,
I was reading that. I'm like, what the heck are you talking about, man? And I like Dennis Joyce, a good dude, he's a good follower, but he just kept saying, he said, be Michael Jordan. Yeah, we are. We're not. Yeah, Michael Jordan. Yeah, be Michael Luke, Michael Jordan. But
by the way, Dennis Walsh has a good point. I called Mike yesterday, and Eduardo was literally murdering someone on the phone. I've never.
Oh no, it was crazy. Oh, AZ Wildcat fan. Oh, you know. Yes, Ted Wardo was going crazy, and he had this out too.
It was scary.
All right. Now, we need to get to local recruiting here for a second, then we're going to get to names. But also, I was told, and I pay for Zona. I pay for Zona a lot. Catalina's finest. Used to hang out in the Western Hills streets. But he said that I need to work on my ads. No, that's the only good part of the show. I will not work on my ads. I love the ads. Scheer, I think that's probably the best part of the show, is it not?
Yeah, I don't understand. More ads, if anything.
Yes. So exactly. More ads and on top of that, I am not on Blue Sea or Blue Sky. All right. Here, people are we need to talk about local high school recruiting here. Do we have that? I haven't been able to ask Scheer about that. Did we talk about Roebuck yesterday?
I don't remember, but we can.
I don't think we did.
Yeah, you talked about it yesterday a little bit.
Okay, well, either way, there is stuff to criticize this staff on, and there is stuff not to criticize this staff on. We will get into the stuff to criticize them first, and then not to criticize them. Jason L. Scheer, would you agree?
I forgot to tell you. So I don't want to get too personal, but the person I met with yesterday about the thing was the aunt of Roebuck, and we actually talked about this.
Did she confirm it?
Yeah, she confirmed it. She said, "Yeah, they never heard. They never.
I know.
I don't know why."
I'm gonna put this out there. I know Sean Roebuck. I mean, we don't get like Thanksgiving or Sean Roebuck.
She also said that Monica's very even keeled and calm, so she's annoyed something went wrong.
Yes, exactly. I know. I mean, again, it's not like we're having Thanksgiving dinner, but I've known Sean Roebuck for over 10 years. Probably the highlight of his life was me refereeing his basketball games at the Sunday League at the Sporting Chance. That family's, they're not making that up. Yes, they are not making that up. It is inexcusable that you've been here a year. And again, I don't want to make this out like this is this kid's T-Mac, but he's clearly a legitimate kid that should be offered. And for not to even reach out to him is insane. Scheer, what are we doing? That is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I would be very curious to hear the excuse, and it would be an excuse because there really isn't for not reaching out. And even if you're like, okay, he's committed to Washington, we're going to let that slide. We don't think we could get him. You still give him a call, be like, hey, I'm Brent Brennan. We'd love to have you on campus. Come to a game. Let's meet and talk, and let's just go from there. That's your job.
It's not really that difficult. It's not really that difficult. It's just not. Also, Andy Morales. Here's my deal with Andy Morales in this. Jimmy Leone is a very good football player from Micah Mountain. It is irresponsible, in my opinion, to call somebody a generational talent, and then the U of A staff starts getting blown up by saying, why aren't you recruiting this generational talent? Again, he doesn't really have the ASU. And again, this is a good kid, a good player. There's nothing wrong with this whatsoever. But when you gas somebody up and people are like, wait a second, a generational talent, why in the world isn't the U of A all over him? You've also got to look.
Sorry,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
He also, and you will confirm this, the U of A knows all about him.
The U of A knows all about him. ASU knows all about him. It is not a committable ASU offer, and that's with all due respect to people that keep DMing me about the ASU offer. I can tell you for a fact it is not. This stuff like this is just irresponsible, and it's very much of a just kind of a look at me type situation. It's like when you keep tweeting out that, I remember when so many people thought that Bijan Robinson was only Tucson good. No, dude, nobody thought that only Bijan Robinson was Tucson good. If it was somebody that has the IQ of Ted Wardo. It's yeah, wait, no, it's not a good idea.
That was mean.
But you're just putting the kids in a difficult situation here, because now there's pressure on this kid, there's pressure on the school. And again, it's okay if you're more of a New Mexico State type dude. And again, hopefully you go there and you outperform them and you make them look dumb. But all of this generational talent stuff, you haven't been around if you're saying that. I mean, again, and this with all due respect, I can name almost every Division I player since 1997 to come out of Tucson. I went to high school with Reggie Robertson. Andy's not going to know who Reggie Robertson is if he walks in here. He's not going to know who Brian Polydixon is. He's not going to know who any of those dudes is. I lived it. I know. So when you call somebody a generational talent, that's just not fair to the kid. It's just not. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just not true. How many generational talents does Tucson have?
Well, it's funny. Like a coach at Sal Point messages me with that. Because, again, the other thing, too, about this we need to be very clear is there were a lot of coaches throughout the city that saw that tweet. And not just Sal Point, that were like, what in the heck is he saying? Why is he doing this? And he goes, Kadeem Carey, Bijan Robinson, those are generational talents.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think, like I'm willing to give like Chris O'Dowd. Really
for sure. Five-star lineman.
Like these dudes are, when we say generational, it's like offers from everyone.
You could even say Lathan Ransom if you want to.
Yeah, he went to
started 4 years at Ohio State.
Right, like guys like that, where they literally could just pick their school. That is generational.
Yes, exactly.
It's not fair to the kid, because now everyone's going to be watching tape, and now everyone's going to watch his career, and it's like, whatever. I don't like it. It's not fair to the kid. Say the kid is a real, and here's where I think people mess up too, Mike. There is a very large gap between a good high school football player and a good college football player.
Yes.
We have seen guys that put up 3,000 rushing yards in a career in Tucson, and you're like, oh, this guy's awesome. They're not.
It's like the Mario Padilla kid from Sal Point a few years ago that split time with Bijan. Really good football player. Guess what? He ain't playing in the SEC. And it's okay because he's 5'7" and he's 180. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, and like it's like what you're talking about. And then there's guys like we're talking generational. Like I think of CDO, Mike. Like,
yes.
What about Jared Tevis? What about Aaron Tevis?
Aaron Tevis
was awesome. Right?
Pat Nugent, coach at Micah Mountain, has coached 3 NFL players at CDO. He knows what it looks like. And again, we need to be very clear here. This is a good football player. It's a good, by all accounts, and I really wish him well. But my beef isn't at all with that. My beef is just hyping this up and then creating these straw man arguments where there are no straw man arguments. And again, the other thing too that we're at. What's up, Kevin L. Thomas?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, to both of your points, it's kind of just semantics because it's just word choice. Like the term GOAT nowadays, right? Gets thrown around a lot. Like, right. Oh, he's one of the GOATs. But like, you can't be one of the GOATs. There's only one greatest of all time. If you're going to say someone is generational, they had better come around once in a generation.
And the thing is too that I also don't buy. Thing that I also don't buy is when you try to say, "Well, I was just talking generational from Micah Mountain." Micah Mountain's been around for 3 years. How are you a generational talent in a school that's been around for 3 years?
Yeah.
I appreciate what she was trying to do. She's trying to cover for him, but come on, what are we doing?
It's actually worse.
Yeah, I thought it was worse. But that's all that I'm talking about here. And again, and one last thing on this. I get parents all the time and I'm sure you do as well. That'll say, "Hey, I think this kid's a Division I player," or "I think this is a Division I player." First of all, if I haven't heard of him, probably not a Division I player. Second of all, a Division I player in Arizona, in Tucson, sticks out like a sore thumb. You just look at it and it's like, whoa. Like I said, I'll bring Kadeem was the best high school football player I've ever seen in Tucson. And when I watched him, dude, he looked like Derrick Henry playing against middle schoolers. It was insane.
2 things I'll always remember. Years ago, I went to your former stomping ground, Saguaro, because they were hosting a little school called Agua Fria. And I had heard of this guy, Everson Griffin. Maybe you've been at that game. I don't know.
Yep.
And this dude annihilated everyone else. Saguaro wasn't bad that year. I mean, this dude was just annihilating people.
That was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it was just insane.
Right.
And then you think to yourself, like, yeah, Saguaro has some good football players, but there's just levels to this. Like when I was teaching high school, the football players would come up to me and they'd be like, "Oh, I'm waiting for my offers, whatever." And I'd be like, "Okay, what letters are you getting?" It would be like Colorado School of
the Mines, or like
the one that a lot of Arizona kids go to. Adams State.
Yes, Adams State. Yep,
Good.
That's another
that
one.
Your level. Right?
Yes.
Do not wait for the Nebraska of the world. You are good enough for Adams State. I'd be like, take it, run with it, because you're not getting what you think you're getting.
By the way, Nicoritas and Joseph. Yes, I do remember the whole Mountain View fiasco. You also had Coleman was involved in that. You also had another one of the Flanagans as well. I disagree with you a little bit on that one. Levi Wallace did not stick out. That is very, very true. I'll give you that. I was well aware who Demetrius Flanagan Fowles was. Demetrius Flanagan at the time, so were you. That was an easy offer.
Yeah, Levi Wallace was shocking.
Levi Wallace is a total whoa. Yes, exactly. But yes. But Demetrius Flanagan, that was a clear Division I player, in my opinion. Okay. So there. I got off my soapbox there. But you know what's also interesting about it too is that you and I know this year. Nobody is a bigger Tucson high school sports aficionado fanboy than me. There's just not. And I advocate for everybody. But again, at the same time, I also try to be a little bit realistic about some of this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be. It's not fair not to be.
Yeah. All right. That's where we are. That's where we are at now. We are going to get to portal names here.
Joking around with Kenny D, by the way.
Oh, are you? Oh, your guy Kenny D? You're messaging him right now?
No, he just tweeted that Levitt and Arroyo are coming back to Tucson. So I'm saying that Kenny D has now pulled Marcus Arroyo out of the Arizona OC conversation.
I'm just telling you. Oh, by the way, Mary Ruth Farrell. I miss Mary Ruth Farrell. Yes. Okay. Yes. A lot of all right. So that's kind of where it's at with all of this. All right. Now let's before we get into anything else though, why don't we pay the bills? Because I don't want to be unemployed at some point. Neutral.
Yes.
Neutral. Okay. What do you think of first when you think of St. Louis, Missouri? Do you think of Kevin L. Thomas or do you think of neutral?
Neutral. Kevin L. Thomas drinking a neutral.
That's kind of what I think. And the lovely June L. Thomas. Does June L. Thomas ever drink neutrals, Kevin L. Thomas?
I don't think June Thomas drinks unless things have changed since I went to college. But if she did, it would be a neutral.
It would definitely be a neutral. Yes, exactly. Okay, here's the deal. Here's your call to action. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Enjoy responsibly. Yummy, yummy. 2024 Anheuser-Busch Neutral flavored vodka and carbonation, St. Louis, Missouri. Jason L. Scheer, you've had a neutral before. This is true.
Yep.
Yes.
And you know what I like about games, Mike? Basketball games, when she's not working, we like to count the amount of neutrals that Erica L. Day drinks.
Yes, we do like counting the amount of that is very, very true. All right. Now, neutral also, like I said, if you think of professionalism, you think of neutral. If you think of unprofessionalism, you think Mike Luke in the Arizona football press box. Okay, now, we got one more one. We have what is the name of this again? Because this. Oh yeah, the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Very, very interesting. Downtown Phoenix is hopping. Woohoo! Around the holidays. Get ready at Chase Field for college football postseason action as the Rate Bowl kicks off December 26th. Oh, Kansas State and the Scarlet Rutgers Knights. Or Scarlet Rutgers Knights. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Yes. Yeah, that is a good game. But I like K-State. I like those fans. I think they're pretty good peeps.
Oh, I love K-State fans. The publisher over there, I want to shout out Fitz real quick. He's been battling Fitz for forever, and he's the coolest dude ever.
And we very much like John Kurtz as well. Very, very good. Check out, join us for a football game in a Major League Baseball park, making it one of the most unique and fun atmospheres in sports. All right, game tickets, premium experience, and reserved parking are all available. Get yours at ratebull.com. Also, I got a message from our good pal Nate, U of A SID, the great Nate. He asked me to, you've got a lot of different stuff going on for Arizona up at UCLA, playing UCLA this this Saturday, excuse me. And basically, there's an alumni association holding a pregame event at Stadium Sports Bar and Grill near the Footprint Center starting at 10 a.m. It's open to all fans, not just alumni. We will put the link out. I'll put the link out on Twitter. Nate's a good dude. We'll always help out Nate. And you know what? Go down there and back the A. Maybe you'll be there, sure.
No, but, I'll be in the arena. How about that?
Okay.
Come find me. I'll be in media row, hopefully next to Bruce.
Oh, gosh. Okay. All right. Now, let's get back to some more transfer portal names. Scheer, talk. What do you got for me? This is like your this is like the game time read. The floor is yours.
So I got a new one for you this morning. I confirmed it. The kid put it out there, so I can go with it. Western Carolina offensive lineman Caleb Carter.
Ooh, big.
Visited Michigan State earlier this week. I believe he's currently at Wake Forest.
Oh, is this the Wake Forest kid?
And then he's going to Arizona. So he is visiting. I actually think Arizona's based on what he's told me, Arizona is in a pretty good spot. Here's the thing people got to realize too, like Arizona's literally, I mean, if you're Caleb Carter, and I'm not saying guaranteeing he's coming to Arizona, right? Mm-hmm. He's looking at this offensive line thinking, heck, at the very least, I'm going to play 50 snaps a game, right?
Right.
He's pretty good. I watched some film. He hurt himself.
You didn't. Get out of here. You didn't watch any film.
By film, I mean YouTube. I did. He moves pretty well. He got hurt a couple years ago. I think it was a knee.
Let me ask you this. Was this the extent of, remember that kid? We found a kid from New Orleans who was 6'8", 440.
Oh, no. But that was hilarious, that one kid.
Yeah, we were trying to get him to the U of A, but we watched. Did you watch that amount of about the same amount?
I literally watched one YouTube clip. I'm gonna be honest here.
Okay, yes, all right. So he moves well, girth, bend in the hips, all of that.
I mean, look, the guy's 6'3", 310.
Right. Okay.
He's not small.
Is that our starting point now? You're 6'3", 310 or 310?
That's good. That's good size.
Well, no, I get it. I'm just saying. So we don't care if you're a 6'3", 310. Come on.
No. Because remember what we say, Mike. If you're gonna miss
big.
You miss big. No, he's not bad. He's not bad. He was good in high school. He's smart.
Okay, all right. Okay, he's good in high school.
They run a pro style offense.
Okay, that's all we need.
So, yeah.
All right, that's all we need. Okay, now the San Jose story. I'm really struggling today. The San Jose State quarterback has entered the transfer portal. If Noah were to leave, is this Arizona's quarterback next year?
Who?
The San Jose State quarterback has entered the transfer.
Arizona didn't recruit him. Brennan didn't recruit him. That was a Stutzman brought him.
Okay, well, that doesn't mean that we can't have him.
Maybe Arizona, if Noah leaves, can do a trade where they do one of the family friends, Simonza, the Ball State kid, Caden Simonza, is really close to Noah. So maybe they're like, hey, I'm leaving, but you should come here and start.
Oh, interesting. I do like that idea. All right, I get a lot of people asking about Devin Dampier. He will not be coming here. I would expect him to announce his commitment in the next 24 hours. He will not be coming here.
He's going to Utah. I think he's committing today.
Is he committed? Is he going to Utah?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Devin Dampier, he is good. All right. Now, Javion Cole. This is an interesting one. Texas cornerback via San Jose State. We wanted him the first time, but I guess we came up with some other reasons why he actually didn't come here. I don't know if I believe those or not. But
it's true.
All right,
It's
Scheer,
the
where
accidental
do we stand?
tamper. The accidental tamper. I would honestly assume he's coming here. I don't know. I haven't talked to the kid, but it seems like an L if he's not coming here, right?
Yeah, I would imagine. Did he play at all at Texas this past year?
I do not believe so. I think he's good, and I don't think him not playing at Texas is an indication. He had a
Oh,
pick.
well, but hey, wait a second. Oh, no. Be very, very careful here. You're the ones always, Big Bill Norton.
No.
Big Bill Norton only played
Let me
22 snaps.
I don't think a corner not playing at Texas, like Bill Norton's good enough for Arizona, clearly,
Is he?
right? Even though he
Yes.
didn't play very much at Texas. This kid didn't play very much at Texas, but he's clearly good enough for a team that, as of probably the end of the week, isn't going to have any corners on the team whatsoever.
All right, let's talk. Yes, exactly. That's a hint. All right, now let's talk.
Right.
Oh, Portland Timbers in here, by the way. Portland Timbers will be making his show debut with us Friday. Do you know Portland Timbers is only like 13 years old?
I thought he was 11.
I thought he was, well, I thought Portland Timbers was like in his 40s with all of his spreadsheets and everything that he knew. He's like 13.
How old is he really?
I don't know. Like, I think he said like 23 or something. Maybe, yeah. Portland Timbers. Answer for yourself right now. But it was something like that.
Yeah.
Very, very young.
It looks like it's happening. It looks like it's happening. Today could be the day, Mike.
Rich Rod
and Belichick.
Belichick's going to get the North Carolina job.
Sounds like Belichick is indeed. It sounds like they're wrapping it up.
Yes, isn't that's 26. That was that's wild though that you couldn't get any sniffs in the NFL, so you're going to college and that won't work. But I will say this, I have no problem if I'm North Carolina doing that though.
I have so much news right now, and none of it is Arizona related. Your boy is likely, you're going to like this one, has done a 180 and is very likely to stay at Nebraska.
Keona?
Yeah. Sounds like he's staying in Nebraska. Arizona's definitely not in that picture.
You know what's really funny, and I felt like such a jerk posting this because sometimes I don't even realize. I get people all the time. They're like, "Oh, you don't realize how you come off sometimes." Oh, I think I do, but and then I said I don't think he's probably a little too good to be coming here. I don't think we're going to be recruiting him. And he's like, "That sounds terrible." I'm like, "Well, I mean,
yeah, he's not coming here. He never was."
Well, that's good. Yes, he never was. Now, Genesis is on the team still. It's going to be very, very interesting. It's not between Nebraska and Washington for Keona because Keona hates Jed Fish. That is one thing we got to give Keona Davis, Wilhite Davis. We've got to give him that. Is that he doesn't like Jed Fish. He decommitted from Jed Fish in Arizona, commits to Washington. Then when Jed Fish goes to Washington, he's like, I'm getting out of here. We got to give him credit on that.
Yeah, that's not a Jed Fish thing at all. It's FSU or Nebraska.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
And
Oh, sure.
Smith will be a Sun Devil by Christmas. Yeah, that's a legit possibility.
That's a very.
I think if he goes in the portal, I would put ASU as the leader.
Yeah. Hey, Merck. There you go. Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about some other names in the portal. Some players that players that we want. Why don't we get Sam Heward?
Because he sucks. What do you mean? I hope he doesn't come here now because
yeah, why not? Yeah, no. It's remember, you know what that's like, Scheer? That's like when Arizona hired Lorenzo Romar as an assistant, and you had to go back and scrub like 10 years of tweets talking about what a crappy coach he was.
No, I will admit that. I went back and deleted tweets because
Yeah.
Inside Carolina, our North Carolina website, Mike, has crashed.
Oh, because of Belichick?
Yeah, it's crashed.
Wow. Okay, now, Torrin Bentledge. By the way, Torrin Bentledge, follow him on Twitter, and he does a really good Facebook job, too. I think, man, my ADHD is killing me right now. Big Game Wildcat. Very good. Chandler Morris from North Texas. What say you, Jason Scheer?
Yeah, if Noah leaves, for sure.
Yeah, I would take him.
Your list is so much different. Noah here, you're looking at like a Brendan Lewis of Nevada. Noah gone, you're offering your starting quarterback spot. So,
and who doesn't want that position?
You also got to look at the OC, right? Like if Noah leaves and the OC is from Marshall, I'm just making that up. Does the Marshall quarterback come here, right?
Right. Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, that's a That's a fair point. Okay. Now, running back Eli. Oh, wait. Oh, no. The lovely Erica L. Day. The lovely Erica L. Day. Okay. She says, what are we going to do with the Arizona to ASU pipeline? Hey, can we take credit then if ASU is good because they're taking our players?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why not.
Why
Belichick is going to college for the co-eds. That's very funny. Eli Sanders, I would imagine. Let me ask you this. Let's talk Eli Sanders for a second. Why do you believe that he should start over Kedrick Reesano? I do not believe that. Why do you believe this?
Didn't say that. I just said it should be an open competition. You said Reesano should be the starter. I said, let's see who they get and go from there.
Fair enough. Okay. I don't necessarily agree with any of that. Oh, the Oklahoma QB, where's he going? We broke him. Can we bring him back?
Arizona, but the rumor is he's so broken by them. No, I think my guess is Mississippi State because Levy's there.
Oh, excuse me. I just belched. Feel like Ted Ward.
Dude, what is wrong with you?
Yes. No, it's not good. It's not good. Okay. Now, let's see here. Ron. Why is Ron always yelling? Ron, we're right
He's
here.
Passionate.
Yes. Yes. Oh, come on, Erica L. Day. We broke and built ASU. How about that? Yes. Hey, we're going to get into some other names in a second, but I get people like this all the time that and Scheer and I are on the right page with this one. When it goes, there's so many people that are just, just in fetal position about this. Yes, it sucks. We're probably going to suck. I get it. But let's embrace the journey together, though. That's I know it sounds stupid and trite, but let's embrace the journey together.
I called Mike last night and he agreed. And I'm like, dude, I know everyone's freaking out. I totally get it. I don't expect Arizona to win 8 games next year. But a part of me is really intrigued by this because Arizona's going to have 60 new guys. It's kind of fun. Right?
Yeah, no, exactly.
We have to. Who they land? Embrace it. Hey, this is fun. I have no idea who's going to be on. Brian Peterson had a great tweet because he does the math and I'm lazy. Let me read it. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up.
What do you got? Talk to me.
Out of the 85 scholarship players who were on Arizona's roster for ASU, right? What was that? 2 weeks ago? 39 have entered the portal, run out of eligibility, medically retired, or declared for the draft, and that doesn't include T-Mac or Tacario.
I did see that, yeah.
Already, half of Arizona's roster is gone. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, you know what, man? Maybe, you know what? A minor setback for a major comeback.
No, Joseph, that's not what's happening. Right. Mike is doing the same thing.
Joseph, I'm just saying that we just need to have we need to take it with a grain of salt because it's not going to probably be great.
Yeah, just be intrigued. Have fun with the process. You're going to have 40 new guys. Who knows?
And I'll put it to you like this. All right. Now, I'll put it to you like this as well. This coaching staff does not like me. I think it's probably very, very clear about this. I know it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe.
Why would they like you?
No, but again, I don't rely on them. I don't need anything from them, although I do get stuff from the staff, though. So, but that's it. All right, Scheer, you're being called out. Where's an insider scoop? I am not an insider. Jason Scheer is an insider. By the way, for an insider scoop, where can they go? Where can they find you for an insider scoop?
WildcatAuthority.com, Michael. Inside scoop. I believe that Arizona will have their OC if everything goes right here today in the next 48 hours.
Ooh, exactly. Exactly. Now, let's see here. Jesus Vaz, the great Jesus Vaz. Oh, Zona Tucson 93. That is something we need to leave. Jeremiah Patterson appears to be returning. That is something that sometimes no news is good news. That is good news. When he breaks out next year under a real OC,
we're going to talk so much crap.
Yes, exactly. We're going to be unbearable. That all we need next year is Jeremiah Patterson to catch for 700 yards. I don't care if Arizona loses every game. That's that means
Arizona to hire an air raid coach. So even if Patterson doesn't do well, he still catches for 500 yards.
Yes, exactly. And then we can claim victory. Oh, by the way, every time we talk about Patterson, hold on. I don't know why it does this. It does this like
your small hands. I've noticed that when you
come on,
this.
Go.
Your hands are very small.
Go. Boom. I think it seems that Rich Carrillo's watching the show and it's trying to blur me out right now. All right. Well, either way, it'll figure itself out. I do agree with you. I would also expect more transfer portal news to hit in the next 48 hours. And again, I don't know that it's going to be good.
15 and no one on Arizona's entered yet. That's a big dub.
That is a big dub. Basically, no news is good news on this one, but I think Elijah Payne did enter the transfer portal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a loss. But whatever. It is what it is. Okay, now, Scheer, we need to talk about a little bit of Arizona basketball. But first, oh, I got the wrong reads. Apologize. All right, Kev, we got to do Branded Bills, then Gila. I'm an idiot. I read them out of order. I do apologize. Branded Bills. All right, now you might say Jason Scheer. Jason L. Scheer. He has been talking about Branded Bills. He's been lying about Branded Bills. It's scurrilous.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Why are you not getting Branded Bills?
I need a Branded Bills. I do.
You do. Exactly. Now, with Branded Bills, you can get all kinds of really good stuff at Branded Bills as well. Branded Bills, another one of these ones. You're going to thank me later on because, again, everybody's wearing them. Erica L. Day has a Branded Bills. She stole my Branded Bills, jerk. But either way, Branded Bills. And the great thing about Branded Bills, head to brandedbills.com and use code PHNX for 20% off your first order. Okay. Mr. Nick Frazier, we'll get to that in just a second. But also, everybody, we need something that we can unite around. The Wave. Come on, get in here. The Wave. Woo-hoo! Kevin L. Thomas. Oh, Ted Wardos even comes running over when he hears The Wave. Check it out. All right, everybody out there, what kind of experience is it?
Fun.
And
immersive.
Yes, exactly. All right, a fun and immersive experience. Oh, look at these waves. So many waves. You know what I'm glad, too, is that people aren't putting in there now with the wave. They're not just writing in wave. That is such a cheat when you put that in there and you say, oh, well, I just wrote it in. No. The Wave. All right. All kinds of waves. Either way, check it out at the Gila River Resorts and Casinos on I-10. You can see the wave. You can see there from it. Mr. Tyler Warden, do not do that. And the lovely Junelle Thomas. Oh, look at all those waves. Junelle Thomas, the great Junelle Thomas. Yes, look at all those waves. Very, very good. Okay, Dick Wilson, Joseph, you're all doing a good job. Okay, now let's get back. Let's talk to you a little bit of Arizona basketball. A little bit of Arizona basketball recruiting. By the way, what was the question? Mr. Nick Frazier 91 flash up, but there was dusted right past it.
Put it up again.
Oh yeah, is this it? We will be a bigger team, so let's hope that they show up in shape. Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
I have no qualms with that take. I like that take. That's a great name too, Mr. Nick Frazier 91, taking a page out of Mr. Tyler Warden's book. But yes, I agree with all of that. Okay, Arizona basketball recruiting. We will not name the yes, Mr. Dennis L. Walsh. We will not name it because they are with the other side. But right now, it does appear that it's Arizona and ASU for Koa Pete. Arizona has to win this one. And I will say this, I'd much rather compete against ASU for a recruit than Houston at this stage. I need Arizona to win this one, Jason Scheer.
Yeah. I mean, God help us if they lose a recruiting battle to ASU. It changes. I mean, I know people want news and stuff, but it really does change with Koa. That same publication, had completely different schools involved like a week ago. I just don't think there's news right now. I know that sounds bad. It's Baylor, Houston, Arizona, ASU.
All right. Now they've also been very clear about Braden L. Burries, though. Are you hearing the same thing with Braden L. Burries it is Arizona and Alabama?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I am definitely at the point with when it comes to recruiting, you've got to get, again, I believe you have to get Pete. There's no, I don't believe for a second you can't get Pete. If we don't get Pete, we will be on here and we will be talking about this. You have to get Pete. You also, though, have to get one of the two between Burries and Arenas. It is very simple for me. I think I would prefer Arenas. I think he's a little bit better. But at the same stage, either one I'm fine with.
It's an interesting situation because I think Burries is more ready to play right now. But I think Arenas probably has the higher ceiling.
Yeah.
It's one of those situations where you get one and you don't complain about who you get.
Yes, exactly. But you got to get one. You got to get one. There's no, and if you don't get one, we are always honest with people. If you don't get one, then you have to completely, in my opinion, change your recruiting approach. You can't just keep offering 2 players each class. You have to be able to go with the Sean Miller approach where, you know what, guess what? We're going to offer 10 good players this time. This is really where the hammer meets the anvil for me, Scheer.
Yeah, I completely agree. If you miss, it's time to reassess how you're approaching everything.
Yes, and
clearly something's not working.
Yes, exactly. That's now let's get to this as well. Arenas, McHale Security will need to. Yes, exactly. Now let's talk a little bit about Arizona and UCLA. UCLA is ranked 24th in the country. I watched UCLA. I'm not going to lie. I have watched UCLA once this year. I watched them against New Mexico. I thought they looked like crap. But Arizona, I believe, should beat UCLA. UCLA has nobody on this roster that scares me. Looking at their roster, I do like the Bilodeau guy. I was right on Arizona in hindsight. Maybe should have gotten him.
The only thing I worry about with UCLA is their defense has been really good this year. Like I've watched, and I'll be honest, like you did, I've watched double the amount of games you have, Mike.
You've watched 2?
Yeah, I've watched 2. I watched New Mexico, and then I watched Washington. I didn't really watch the Oregon game.
I was going to say, don't say you watched the Oregon game because you messaged me and you're saying, holy moly, did Oregon lose? I was going to say, I'll call you out.
They're balanced. Like Bilodeau is their they got like 3 double-digit scores. But the thing is, their defense has been awesome this year.
Yeah. Like, now they do have some good I do like Seabass Mac. I still don't know why Seabass Mac. I do know. I don't know why he's still there because basically Mick Cronin said he sucked and he wasn't smart. But whatever.
He comes off the bench now.
Yeah, but I think he's pretty good. Eric Daly Jr.
I like him.
Yeah, I like him too. 6'8", 230. He's good.
My opinion of them hasn't changed though, in that I think their weakness is their guards. I'm not a big fan of the Clark, and I don't think Kobe can really score. But Sky Clark is done nothing. He does nothing for me.
Yeah, Sky Clark does nothing for me. And Dylan Andrews only plays good against the University of Arizona.
Yeah, he'll drop like 30 on Saturday, so it's just a matter of
exactly. Hey, you want to know? Hey, you want to know how much people care about Arizona football right now? When we started this, there were 294 lives. We're down to 241. People don't care about Arizona football is paying the bills right now.
Arizona's a football school. We've always said it.
We've always said it. The sleeping giant. Sometimes it just goes to sleep a little bit longer, but that's just the way that it is. Arizona's got to win this game. If Arizona had a different out-of-conference schedule, I would have said, you know what, you got a little bit of margin for error. Arizona's got to win this game. You haven't beaten any good teams all year. You got to win this game, Scheer. Period, point blank. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I'm completely serious when I say if they don't win on Saturday, we need to start having tournament discussions.
Yes, exactly. Now, yes, I would totally agree with that. Also, let's see. You're told everyone to go to the casino. Let's see here. Okay, that's kind of where I'm at though. With that, you have to be able to. You got to win this game. Plus, are you going to confront Mick Cronin and give him a wedge or a noogie?
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day at the presser. Like, I think I should go up to Mick with Justin and see who he yells at.
Is Spears going?
I think so. I'm going to ask. We're going to make this happen.
We should have Bruce confront him.
Bruce will knock him out. I'll be honest. Bruce will beat the crap out of that guy.
Yeah, no, that's yes, that is true.
Bruce
that
is a tough guy, I know.
Bruce is a tough guy. All right, Caleb Love. I just need. We talked about this yesterday. I like Caleb Love. Totally understand why some people don't. Totally get it. But at the same time, I don't like what I saw last week. I don't like disinterested Caleb Love. What I liked about Caleb Love before is that he kind of wore he wore his emotions on his sleeve. You could basically live the entire experience with Caleb Love. I don't like a beta version of Caleb Love. I need an alpha Caleb Love. That's what I need from him.
Yeah, for sure. I need him to go out there against UCLA and say, I'm going to take this game. No, I don't need 40 shots from him. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the mentality isn't just lackadaisical, jogging, stuff like that. I need him to show up.
Yes, Dick Wilson, to answer your question, is Mick Cronin the biggest jerk in college basketball? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big Mick guy.
I don't know that there's anybody even close. Is there?
Jerks are nice, and a lot of guys you think are nice are jerks.
I've never seen somebody call out his players after every loss and say they're stupid or they suck. I have no clue why anybody would want to play for him. Andy L. Bryant, to answer your question,
breaking news, baby.
What?
I jinxed it.
Rich Rod?
Tacario.
Is he in the portal?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Kevin L. Thomas, I think we have that one ready. If I'm not, if somebody could tweet that from the account, that would be yes. Oh, hold on. Let me find this one. Where is this?
It's me, and then I think he's in the portal, so it's gonna happen in like any.
Okay, yeah, exactly. All right, loving.
Pete on 3. I like Pete. I know him. So
loving every minute of it.
But yeah.
All right. Yes, exactly. All right. Kevin L. Thomas has this one. Tacario again with the Kevin L. Thomas says, just do your show. Thank you, Kevin L. Thomas. All right. Well, Tacario Davis, I don't believe that he is going to the NFL. I would believe. Oh, by the way, real quick, Andy Bryant, you should meet up with Erica all day. I think she's going to the game. You're going to the game. You guys should hang out.
Dude, can I just say that I asked Erica if she wanted me to drive her and we could hang out, and she said no.
What a jerk.
Yeah, that's a true story. I was like, hey, you want me to drive? She's like, are you going to the game? I was like, yeah, you want me to drive you? She's like, no.
What a jerk. And we were sticking up for
That's my job. I'm going to Chicken and Pickle after, too.
And we were sticking up for Erica all day yesterday. We were very mad at somebody yesterday. That's I don't like that. Loving every minute of it, though, baby. This is awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, Tacario Davis. Here's the inside skinny.
Be careful with this. Don't pull a Scheer, as you like to say.
No, because I've been saying this. No. The difference is
people are going to say. People are talking.
The difference is you always say it after not saying anything all year bad about. I've said from the very, very beginning that he. Yeah, don't lump me in with you. But
get only green.
Yeah, all right. But Tacario is a good football player. Tacario is massively overrated going into the season because he was in the portal. He had a lot of pass deflections. He's good. Again, it's obviously a loss for Arizona, but at the same time, yeah, I mean, it's still a massive loss. I mean, he's still the best player on the team, but yeah, this just goes to show you, man, nobody wants, this ain't good. This ain't good. This isn't going to be the last one either. Boom.
No, this is exciting. You're looking at it the wrong way.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I will say, I like Tacario. He's good. He played like crap this season. I think that's worth, I think that they need him. They don't have, if the season started tomorrow, their corners would be
MGK.
That's it, right? Do they even have a G7?
Yeah, now we don't need another corner. Exactly. We're going to,
G7's gone. Man, that's crazy. Now that I think about it. Carnley's gone. G7's gone. Freeney is gone. They literally don't have a corner.
Yeah, we don't need that one.
If you sack the quarterback every play, you don't have a corner. Joseph Freeney's gone. They don't have a corner.
Yeah, no, that's yes, this is going to be good. But again, loving every minute of it.
I'm loving it. Come on, this is good.
No, this is good.
At the end of the day, this is great content. Let's just be honest.
Let's just be honest here, man. Let's just embrace this together. Come on, embrace it together. All right, Scheer.
Oh my God.
What?
I got another one.
Huh?
You're gonna like this one.
Who?
Can I? Let me break it on Twitter first.
Who?
Dalton Portal.
Yeah, told you.
You know what that means. I know he wants to stay. He can't stay now.
Of course.
And I'm sorry, Stooks can't stay now.
I get it.
Right? You agree with that? I'm saying sorry, I didn't say the name. I just his buddies are gone.
Brennan. Yes. The fact that Brennan, I'm tweeting as we speak. All right, we're gonna sign off here. We're gonna sign off here.
Oh, there's more.
Another one? What's another one?
Oh, this is bad. Nolan Clement.
Who's Nolan Clement?
Exactly. He's in the portal. That might be the biggest of the three.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. But yes, exactly. This is it's all bad, but whatever.
Wop.
Yes, just whatever. All right. Yeah. So on that note, Scheer, appreciate you, dude. We'll be back with you on Friday. I don't know what to say.
Those graphics are really good. You got to get one ready for Noah. You want to get one ready for Stooks.
You already got one. We already got the Genesis one.
You want to get one ready for.
Yeah.
Should I just go down the Arizona football roster?
Every scholarship player well, it's not just scholarship. Every player, you should have something, in the bag.
I got you, Scheer. I'll get on that right now.
All right. Kevin
All
L.
right.
Thomas, we very much appreciate you. Jason L. Scheer, Eric L. Day, Andy L. Bryant, you two have fun up at the game. All right, we will be back with you. All kinds of good news on Friday. You have been listening to the AZ Wildcats podcast.
We all silly like the mayor.